Hey guys, hope everyone's had an awesome week so far. Today's Thursday, and next time I think I probably shouldn't say that I'm gonna end the week early because that is now untrue. I'm hoping I can make a video today, upload it tonight, and then actually on Saturday I'm going on another Tesla test drive because my family this time is going, and funny enough, all three of us are going to be driving three different cars. So I'm going to be in the S, my mother's going to be in the X, and my siblings going to be in the 3. So that will be pretty interesting to watch, even though I won't be watching. I wish I was, but I won't be watching. And I guess that would conclude the videos for this week. But anyways, second reason why I'm filming, my battery's almost dead, so I'm going to try to make this video before the battery dies, but if it does, then oh well, it does. Third and most important reason why I'm making this video is because I was talking to my friend just earlier today. I actually accidentally posted a TikTok video that I made that I actually deleted because TikTok is good with making videos that are that you can record and pause when you don't know what to say next. So you can make like a 3-minute long video into one if you have a lot of pauses and gaps involving what you want to say. And I use TikTok for that, and because I have 2 different accounts on Instagram, I actually posted on the wrong account the first section, and then for some reason I wasn't even sleepy either, so I don't know how I made that mistake, but I did that, and then I posted my other video on my other account. So I got a lot of good feedback on my primary account, so that was good. Thanks to you guys. If any of you watch this video, thank you, and that genuinely means a lot to me. And going back to why I'm making this video in the first place is because the conversation I had with my friend kind of brought me back to how this originally started in the first place. And basically, and I'll get into it right now, basically what happened was, this was almost at the end of elementary, beginning of middle school, and I literally had to beg my peers for me to basically include me in their activities. And sometimes not even that worked. Sometimes when we, during lunch and whatnot, like during recess, I know for a lot of us that's been like maybe 10, 20, maybe even 30 years. But for me, whenever we'd have recess time and whenever we'd, play a game of like say dodgeball or soccer or football or whatever, I would either be the last one chosen, or when the boys team filled up, I would always be the one selected to go on the girls team. And for me back then, that was traumatizing, and at the same time it was mentally damaging. Not saying on being on the girls team was bad, it's not, but obviously to me at that point in time, at way back in the early 2000s, I kept wondering what was wrong. I kept questioning myself, like, what's wrong with me? Why do they not want me? And this went on and on for the whole middle school. And at one point, actually, I think maybe it was in 4th or 5th grade, where we went on a trip to Cali's capital, Sacramento, and I had pushed my request of rooming with 2 of the most popular guys in our grade at the time. And the configuration was 3 students to a room. So I succeeded in pushing my request, but then I still remember, I don't know who of the 2, but I still remember one of them heavily requested or wanted to request someone else to be in the room with them and didn't want me with them. And when that failed, they came to me and literally said, "You got what you want, are you happy now?" in like a very harsh, unfriendly, like hatred kind of tone. And I still remember my reaction. I don't remember exactly if I said anything or not, but that was when in my mind I was like, what the fuck? Like, is there what's really wrong with me? Like, why does no one want me? And that was, I wouldn't say that was a low point. I would say that, again, that's like the little things in elementary and middle school that added up. And then fast forward to high school, it just, the damage got worse by tenfold. That's when the physical things started, and that's when I nearly, well, not, I can't say nearly, that's when I wanted to commit suicide, and this happened twice. So I wanted to kill myself because of what happened in high school. And recently on TikTok, I see a lot of teenagers, a lot of middle schoolers, a lot of high schoolers, a lot of college, university students. They all say that they have social anxiety to a certain extent. So now my advice to all of you guys would be, right now, at this current day, at this current moment, with social media is so heavily impacted in all of our lives, I would like to say and point out that there is no gray area. And I blogged about this too. There's no gray area. It's only black and white. People either like you or hate you. But here's the thing. If you're starting out early, then good for you. What you want to do is discover and discipline yourself, because more than likely you'd much rather be independent and have no one have your back than to be like me, who was so dependent on wanting someone's attention or wanting to fit in that I literally damaged myself, and I kept on damaging myself because of what they were doing to me for 5, 10, 15 years. And that's why I'm doing this right now. So this really made me go back and think, and if it's one thing I want to tell you guys, the future generation, is that really just discover who you are, be yourself, don't be afraid of who you are, because a lot of people nowadays, especially because there's so much judgment going on, there's so much insults being thrown at each other, especially on social media, internet trolls, keyboard warriors. It is so much, it would be not so much, it would be much easier, and it would be such a bigger benefit to yourself if you discovered who you really are and just do your own thing. Because at the end of the day, even if you have no one to depend on, at least you know who you are, you know who you you know who you like, you know what you like, you know who you don't, and know what you don't like. At least you had that established and identified for yourself, so that way when someone does come in and eventually want to attack you for whatever the reason, if they don't like you, whatever, right, you're okay with that, because like what Gary says, right, nobody knows you, only you know yourself better than anyone else. So that's kind of my thoughts on this whole thing. I kind of wished that I had all this material and all my friends to reach out back in the early 2000s, and unfortunately, that's not the case. Internet didn't get big until 2007, 2008, when Facebook blew up, or when Facebook, first started. So to me, I'm fortunate enough to live in the or to have grown up in a time when the internet wasn't all that big. It was still kind of small, and when Google was also still growing, right? But for you guys, like me and the younger generation, we kind of live our lives, or are living our lives kind of flip-flop at the same time. Because for me, I had to physically go out, whereas like it was easier and easiest to attack me in person. But for you guys, it's harder, because now 75, maybe 80% of your life, day-to-day life, is living on the internet, and that's when you are most vulnerable, is on the internet. When someone decides to be a keyboard warrior and attack you, that's when the bullying starts, that's when the cyberbullying starts, and there's no end to that, right? Physically, there's only a certain extent. They don't follow you back home. Your mind is at peace when you're at home. You only become mentally damaged as soon as you go to school and deal with whoever you have to deal with. So my point is, again, to discover and identify who you are as a person, and and your personality. That way you can mentally get stronger, and you won't get beat down as easily, because you know who you want. No, you know who you are, you know what you want, and no one can phase you or stop you from achieving that. So that's I guess that's my life lesson in a way, or that's my experience as far as this specific topic, because I know I've gone through enough shit to be able to talk about this, because I can't fake this up at all. The example that I gave at the beginning of this video, I can't fake that at all. It really happened. So with that being said, I hope to see you guys on Saturday. If I can, I'll record the whole thing. Once again, I did request a performance model, but I don't know if they will allow me. And we actually got the last reservation as well at 5 p.m. So hopefully, crossing fingers, I get to take the car out alone again. But if not, that's fine. You know, that's still another experience of driving a Tesla, a car that I don't get access to very often. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Tell me what you guys think in the comment below. Tell me if you guys been through the same thing, same exact situation as me, or if you've gone through something relatively similar but not the same, or if you're even going through it right now. I really want to know. It'd be interesting to know how your lives were. And yeah, that's it. So have a good night, guys, and I hope you guys finish the week off strong.